So as you're using class, right? This is the place on fires up here, right? You're up here like stranded like Gilligan's Island, right? We're fishing, we're sick, right? Some grape juice from grapefruit juice. He's up here stranded like on Gilligan's Island. It's some really great stuff. They left you some really wonderful things on Gilligan's Island. So he's on Gilligan's Island, right? Really great stuff. But then it's not so great. It's not really great. So he has some really great stuff, right? Some really great stuff. They didn't care, right? Didn't matter. So they left you some really great stuff and you don't really have anything, right? Then what happened? No one to visit on Gilligan's Island, right? So that's like they left you some really fine stuff on Gilligan's Island. Hard to reach. That was funny. What happened? What happened when there's no one to visit on Gilligan's Island? You know what happens? What happens when there's no one to visit? What happens when there's no one to visit? So what happens when there's no one to visit with your nice stuff that you really have a lot of? If you no one to visit because it's not easy to get up here, then you can't really visit. You're just stuck up here with Gilligan's Island. What happens? So he's up here trying to get to. Yeah? What happens? He's like Eddie Vedder, he's supposed to see a musical, right, or something. Betty Davis, right? He's like Betty Davis, Eddie Vedder. I don't know. He's up here. He's supposed to be a celebrity. What happens when you're in Gilligan's Island with some really nice stuff? What happens? What happens when you're supposed to see this person that's slow? What happens when this happens? What happens when you're stuck up here in Gilligan's Island and no one can really visit? What happens? Mental Mirror had the finest thoughts from people who couldn't survive being straight up here in Gilligan's Island. What happens when you're up here? What happens when you're up here in the stranded Gilligan's Island? What happens? What happens when you're up here in Gilligan's Island? People stranded, huh? I guess you'd say, what could make me feel that way? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens when you're up here? What happens? I don't know. What happens when you're up here? What happens when you're up here in Gilligan's Island? What happens when you're up here in Gilligan's Island? No one really visit with the Spencer Davis up here. What happens? So there's some really funny stuff and no one really made money, but there's really great stuff. What happens when you're up here with Spencer Davis? What happens? Maybe you're stuck up here with some guy right here. What happens? There's some really funny stuff and they're robbing there for trying to be on a movie set. They didn't really get what they want. No one really made money. Like Gilligan's Island up here really has some really fine stuff from a shizzle manizzle. What happens when they just robbing you and asking for like $1 for what happened to you? Selling celebrity stuff on Gilligan's Island straight up here for like $1. What happens? I really want the stuff, but they return to the mental health as for some care and keeping of people. What happens? This is Lindsay Schultz with some really fine stuff of Capital and Pena with Mexicans. See, they try to be kind, decent people. Keep them around for trying, be for effort, some fine stuff. So keep them around and find it in prison because they make some really fine stuff, right? They have real fine stuff, some real fine thoughts, some finest things ever. Mental health in prisons, keep people around. Gosh, and Gilligan's Island. I don't know, they tried. It's like Gilligan's Island, but they tried and made one. I'm sorry, this still exists. I'm sorry. Gosh, and Gilligan's Island.